Hi peeps, this is Saran from DG Vaishnav College third year, and I'm here to present a topic regarding conservation is survival. Pretty much a common topic which you might have encountered in various aspects, right? But I'm here to today talk about like how conservation can be very much important and how it is necessary for survival. See, not many people would have focused on this particular aspect of protecting the biodiversity of our planet. When I mean biodiversity, I mean all the species which are present right now, which are not extinct, all the species which are in potential to be in extinct species. Let's take for example our favorite species of dog. Okay, a dog is a very much important example that even your favorite dog can go extinct in like 2 to 3 years or so. Who's gonna predict that? Like our nature has been evolving like that, right? We can't actually predict what's gonna happen. And if that's the scenario, and if that's the case which gonna happen, then how are we very much sure that this world that we are living right now is going to be the same even after a decade or so, right? It's not practically possible to have the very own same world we're living right now to be existing even a decade or so. But is that a concern that we need to be addressing very much right now? I would say yes. See, very much simple thing. If we can't able to save the biodiversity of a planet, assume that we are evolved from the chimpanzee species, right? Or also called as Homo sapiens. So from them we evolved, but we have evolved under certain scenarios where our cousin species have died because they didn't evolve, right? And it's not their fault as well, right? But conservation is survival. When I say conservation is survival, it includes your natural resources which you take for granted every day. You see, like water. Do you think that people paid for water 100 years or so? We are paying it for right now, right? That's a drastic change which we have encountered right now. We are paying for a basic necessity like water, and that is a very big concern, and that needs to be addressed very much quickly. So next we move on to the very important as well as very popular topic, climate change. I need to address climate change as a very new topic for everyone. Climate change is a very important topic. It has been addressed like various United Health organizations that are trying to address this climate change, and all I got to deliver is that climate change is very much real, right? Like there are some guys who feel that climate change is not like a fake thing, plus saying to them that climate change is real. And let's very simple. Let's consider a practical example like Chennai. We had a massive floods in 2015, right? And the news media where people were saying like it was like 100 years of rainfall came in one day, which deteriorated the city drastically. So those kind of news lines tends to give you an impression that okay, this type of rainfall is not common and it's gonna happen only for 100 years once. Pretty much, is it so? I don't think so. We had last year a last fretch like 15. Going statistically into that particular topic is that 2023 we had cyclone Mandus crossing near Chennai, and it gave rainfall like more than 50 centimeters in just 48 hours or so. So just want to indicate the significance of this amount is that Chennai's first 7 months average rainfall is less than 50 centimeter. Okay, 7 months of average rainfall falling in less than 2 days in a city like Chennai, where urban development has been drastically extensive. You can imagine the chaos, right? It happened last year. People were completely left off from their basic livelihood, and it's gonna be the end of what do you think it's gonna be the like is another 100 years even? No, just see the count of what has happened. 15 to 23, just 7 years or so. I don't think it's gonna happen for next 100 years or so. This could happen in the next decade or next year probably, or even this year. I don't know. So this thing is very let's say a byproduct of conservation lacking in our surroundings. If we tend to destroy nature, the nature tries various ways to destroy us. And for that particular example, we have the COVID-19. I don't think that COVID-19 was something like even you can say it's man-made. It indicated something that people are doing something wrong. Like you don't need to poke into things which you're not required to poke in. And when you poke in with something which you're not supposed to poke in, the nature responds in a gradual way, and you can't even expect to escape, because nature is always superior than human beings. No matter what species we live, the nature is superior. And if we can understand that, we can able to develop a society. So that if we can able to conserve, that is to prevent new diseases from forming, like putting limitations on various facilities, you can able to understand that various new diseases are from laboratories, right? And people tend to forget that conservation is survival. When I see conservation is survival, it also includes this aspect as well, not to interfere with nature activities. You need to create something which is actually unnatural, right? And moving on to the next point is that very important thing as well. We call it sustainable development, right? We have studied it in social textbooks, probably in our schools, and that particular concept people is very important. Sustainable development, having able to develop to a certain extent without compromising the needs, without altering the resources we have, that they are borrowing actually from our future generation, right. So if we can able to do that, like if we can able to sustain, if we can able to take the resources to the next generation without any much problem, then I think the justice is served. But are we going actually doing this particular thing? Well, obviously no, right? We are not going the same track of preserving every resources or preserving biodiversity. No, obviously not. So that's what I wanted to deliver to people, that conservation is survival in various aspects. Like you start from shelter, you start from ozone layer. I forgot about ozone layer. Ozone layer, like last 2 to 3 years, you can say ozone layer started to replenish. But what if it again starts to tear up? Like all the UV radiation in the sun is gonna enter one particular point of time, right? What are we gonna do as humans at time? We also have past evidences proving that humans or various living beings have been extended due to these particular UV radiations. So how are we going to counteract with these natural disorders? How are we going to be react to the nature, mother nature? It's difficult, we can't react. All you have to go to submissive against the nature. You have to go smoothly with the nature transition, and for that people, you have to be close to the nature. As various English poems have notated, that a person who is close to nature is always the one who is able to transform the world into a better place. And people, let's keep it very simple. In order the world to become very in order to make the world a better place, all you gotta do is just let the world be as it is. It's more than enough for what we're gonna do. Let the world be as it is. That's what we can do much for our generation. And that people, if we can able to do that, I can think that our motto of conservation is survival will reach the masses, and that will inspire people, will motivate everyone to be close to Mother Nature, and Mother Nature will take care of everything. That's what the message I wanted to try to convey in this video. Thanks for watching till now, people. If you like it, sorry, this is not a YouTube video, right? Please support and do provide your feedback as well. Thank you and have a nice day.